How do you know if your newborn baby is getting enough milk, and do we need to be waking them in the night for feeds? Hey guys, I'm a health visitor in England. Let's get into it. I just want to first off start by saying if a healthcare professional such as a GP, paediatrician, health visitor, midwife has encouraged you or suggested that you should be, then I'm not your health visitor, I haven't seen your baby, and you must listen to the advice of the professionals whilst also making your own decision and getting your own evidence and information. Now, the biggest indication that they're getting enough milk is that they are gaining weight well, and yes, they can lose up to 10% of their body weight in the first couple of weeks. However, I would like to be seeing that it's starting to, rise again. And that you are getting plenty of wet and dirty nappies. They are the three biggest things: gaining weight and plenty of wet and dirty nappies, and that is your biggest indication that your baby is getting enough milk. Without sounding blunt, if you were breastfeeding, you'd have no idea how much milk your baby was taking. You don't really need to be knowing how much milk your baby's taking. I think, unfortunately, introducing bottles, not necessarily formula, I'm talking about express breast milk as well, we've become a bit obsessed with how many mils, how many ounces should they be on, how many are they having. You wouldn't know that if you weren't giving them a bottle, so try to remember that piece of information. Now, people say plenty of wet and dirty nappies. What does that mean? It's a little bit different depending on whether it's formula or breast. So with breastfed babies, you can actually look in your red book at page 57, you have your breastfeeding assessment, and page, I believe, 58, you've got the formula feeding assessment and or bottle feeding assessment, and this does tell you how many wet and dirty nappies you should be having. So, breastfed babies, I'm going to read it from the red book because this is the most factual piece of information that we have in front of us. Wet nappies increase each day. So on day 1, we'd like to see at least 1 wet nappy. Day 2, 2 nappies, wet nappies. Day 3, 3 wet nappies. Day 4, 4. And then from day 6, we'd like to see at least 6 wet nappies a day. Similar to formula-fed babies here, we'd like to be seeing 6 wet nappies a day from day 5. So once the meconium has passed and we're on to day 3, the stools are going to start to change to be more of a yellowy, potentially greenish, a bit more runny consistency. And then from day 4, with breastfed babies, I would like to be seeing at least 2 dirty nappies a day, and the size of the dirty nappy can be like a £2 coin. And then from week 4 to 6 with breastfed babies, we don't really worry about their bowels, and as long as you're getting wet nappies, they can go through longer periods, up to 10 to 14 days of not opening their stools, and we believe this is because they're just absorbing as many nutrients they can. Now, with formula-fed babies, from day 3, we'd be like to seeing 1 dirty nappy a day, at least, and again, the size of a £2 coin. And if you're not, then it could be an indication that maybe the ratio of formula to water isn't quite right. It can indicate, dehydration a little bit. That's not to panic you. It might just be what we recommend to parents. I know it's expensive, but is using ready-made formula. It's got also a laxative effect, and the quantities are absolutely perfect if you are seeing your baby is struggling to pass a stool. Anyway, I hope that helps. Every baby's different, every situation's different. This is just guidelines and guidance. I haven't seen your baby face to face, so please do speak to your own health visitor, midwife, GP if you have any concerns, or if they are going longer and you're worried. It just may be an indication things need tweaking a little bit. So I hope that helps.